Hello everybody and welcome to the 5th video in area and perimeter of rectangles. Well, we may be given a table like this where we have to fill in the missing information. Well, you might find it helpful to write down the relevant equations first. So if we start with the top row, we have the length and perimeter of this rectangle, but we're going to find out the width and the area. So let's say we call the width B, then the perimeter is the sum of all the sides, so we have 500 is equal to 160 plus 160 plus B plus B. So if we rearrange that, we get 180 is equal to 2B. So B is equal to 180 divided by 2, which is equal to 90. And now we have the width is 90 millimeters, we can work out the area because the area is length times width. So that's 160 times by 90, so it's equal to 14,400 millimeters squared. And for the second rectangle, we have the width and the area. And first we're going to work out the length. Well, the length is the area divided by the width. So that's 378 divided by 14. So the length is 27 meters. And now we can work out the perimeter because that's 2 times the length plus the width. So that's 2 times 27 plus 14, which is 2 times 41, which is 82 meters. For the third rectangle, we only have the width and the perimeter. So if we call the length A and the width B, we know that the perimeter is 2 times A plus 2 times B. Well, we know the width, so if we put 16 in for B, we end up with 2A is equal to 304 minus 32, which is 272. Therefore, A is 272 divided by 2, which is 136 centimetres. And then the area is simply 136 times by 16, so it's 2,176 centimetres squared. And for the last rectangle, we have the length and the area. So the width is simply the area divided by the length, which is 25.8 divided by 6. So the width is 4.3 kilometres. And the perimeter is 2 times 6 plus 4.3, so 2 times 10.3, which is 20.6 kilometres. But if you were to get a similar grid for a square, it would look something like this. And again, to start with, it might be helpful to write a few of the relevant equations down. So let's start with the first square. As you can see, we only have the perimeter, which is 36 meters, but we know the perimeter is the sum of all the sides, and we know a square has 4 sides and they're all the same length. So the side length is going to be 36 divided by 4, so it's 9 meters. And the area is the side squared, which is 9 squared, or 9 times 9, so the area is 81 meters squared. Now for the second square, we only have the area, and the quickest way to work out the side length from the area is to take the square root of it. So the square root of 64 is equal to 8, so the side length of this square is 8 millimeters. And the perimeter is the sum of all the sides, and they're all 8 millimeters, so it's 4 times 8, which is 32 millimeters. In the third square, we have the side length of 25 kilometers. So we know the perimeter is 4 times that, so that's 100 kilometers. And the area is 25 squared, or 25 times 25, so that's 625 kilometers squared. And for the final square, again, we only have the area, and we know that the area is the side length squared, so we square root the area to get the side length. So the square root of 441 is 21, so the length of the side is 21 centimeters. And finally, the perimeter of that square is the sum of all the sides, so it's 4 times 21, which is 84 centimeters. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks ever so much for watching. I hope it's helping and you're becoming pretty good at the geometry of rectangles now. And if you could help me out by just pressing that thumbs up button so I can continue to make these videos, that would be great. And I'll see you on the next one.